Hey Scorpios, and welcome to your July 2019 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead. Interesting energy coming up for you all. I hope you're doing okay as you are getting close to being halfway done with your ruling planet Pluto being retrograde. It is lasting until September, but we are on our way to getting halfway through that and sort of experiencing the half-life of that. I feel July to be like a half-life month for Scorpio. So something's halfway done, something is halfway to completion. There are maybe ideas from the past, plans from the past, goals from the past, which are reaching half culmination. And there are like half issues coming up that are maybe questioning some of your goals, as I feel you to be questioning this month. But overall, through what I'm seeing with your energy and the cards here, I do sense that July is better than May and June were. May and June were an interesting, anxious type of energy for Scorpio, especially June. With a lot of fear of confinement, a lot of fear of making the wrong decision, and a lot of fear of fear, really. And I feel July to feel safer and more rewarding and more navigatable by you. It feels like you know what to do here. You're more in your element here. And there's this strong sense of being like halfway there, this strong sense of like maybe I'm not quite in my element, I'm not quite where I want to see myself, but there's been an improvement, there's been a progress here, and more health, it feels like, as well. Most of the cards in your reading this month, Scorpio, are quite positive. You only have two that are more debatable, which I feel to be that Five of Cups and Six of Pentacles energy. The Empress and the Fool are reversed, but I'm not seeing that myself as something that is inherently negative. I think that you're going to be taking a different approach on what you do to attract people in your life, how you feel about, attraction and sexuality in your life. And I also think that you will be reconsidering new beginnings and reconsidering the way that you start over in life, the way that you start anew and how you've tricked yourself with that in the past. So that's more so how I'm interpreting the Empress and the Fool reversed. I don't sense them as some of the, other traditional interpretations, such as, being like toxic in your sexuality or refusing to have new beginnings. I mean, for some of you that might resonate and that might be part of the journey, but I think that it's easy to hone those energies in a more positive way. I absolutely love that you have the Magician upright, the King of Wands upright, Ace of Cups upright, Two of Wands upright. Really, really great opportunities this month to see your energy, to see your focus, to face the world with love, to connect with people lovingly, to get past animosity, to get past misunderstandings, to communicate well, and to make truly solid, pragmatic plans. I think you're very strategic this month. The Magician and Two of Wands together is the ultimate strategizer to me, the ultimate, planning energy, really taking your world in your hands and having the resources to make the impact and changes you want. And with King of Wands as your central theme, you are seen well doing this. Scorpio is seen quite well in July. It feels like the impression that you give is quite positive. I think the eclipses in Cancer are giving an interesting peripheral, projection for you. There's a projection to the rest of the world that other people respect a lot from Scorpio right now, and that's kind of nice and interesting to see for you all. Any other intuitive messages I'm feeling before we get into the week to week? Watch out for getting too self-assured to the point where it becomes self-aggrandizing. We are moving toward Leo season in July, so Scorpio can be a little bit it can at least come off a bit egotistical or a bit narcissistic during Leo season. And you have Six of Pentacles and the Magician, which are both conducive towards narcissistic experiences. That doesn't mean you're a narcissist, but you have to watch out for being too wrapped up in self-motivation. That might come off a bit odd this month, but that said, you have to work a little bit in that territory as well. Like, I feel like a lot of Scorpios have a lot of things that require self-motivation here. I think that the distinguishing factor is to not be self-motivated for the appearance of self-motivation, but to be self-motivated to actually make the changes you've needed for a long time. So that means, not being home alone and being quite dour and depressed and, Five of Cups like, and then you're out and you look like really, high on your horse and very holier than thou and very like above everything else. You know, if you're going to take on that role of being, you know, powerful, strong, magician, King of Wands energy, that's going to have to carry over even when no one's watching. So not just being the strong figure for appearance's sake. That's an important distinguishing thing for Scorpio this month. Really making congruent your inner world and your outer world, all right? Okay, getting into the week to week. In the first week of July, Scorpios have 5 of Cups rooted down by 2 of Wands. It's interesting how nearly identical those statures are, and it really, to me, goes to show the difference between facing the spilled cups and facing the unspilled cups. You know, 2 of Wands more so representing the positive side of 5 of Cups. So you have a choice in the first week. What you're going through can either be something that really brings you down or something that really puts you on edge, really gets you stuck and stagnating, or you can take this time to plan. You can take this time to travel. You can take this time to make movement, to make the changes you've needed to make for a long time. It's very easy to be in either modality there. And again, here's where that self-motivation comes in. You've got to really look within and see what's best for you, what's best for the people around you, and seeing how that is actually maybe not at opposition right now. You know, there's like an option that's good for everybody. There's an option that works out for everybody, it feels like. And you move into week number 2 with Ace of Cups rooted down by the Magician. What beautiful combination of energy there. A great time for those of you who are single to find love. A good time to be dating. A good time to find power within a relationship for those of you who are coupled. Really good to see a relationship grow and get stronger. To find power from a relationship. To find power from emotional connections with other people, feeling empathy, feeling that others are empathetic or sympathetic to your experience. This feels like an incredible coming of age for you in that second week where you are feeling maybe understood. It feels like you're feeling understood by the people around you, and there's an opportunity to do that and to reach out halfway, to understand the people around you, to understand their motivations, to really rise up a little bit higher from where you've been. A good karmic evolution in that second week of July that may have been coming ever since June. You know, June was not a great month for Scorpio, but July feels to be a major 180 and a major opportunity to fix anything that went awry in June. And the second week is like the crowning moment of that, where everything can really feel great if you let it feel great, where you can find what you feel like has been missing, where you can fix what you feel you've broken, where you can find power where you were really empty. Really good, you know, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction energy there. So karmic comeback, like a karmic return for sure. Karmic resolve. Week number 3, you have the Empress reversed, rooted down by King of Pentacles reversed. You know, you do see what happens when people see you strong. Like you see jealousy, you can see envy, you can see people who are used to you being in more of a scattered place. And it's easy to get a little bit scattered in the third week, maybe a bit overwhelmed. Maybe you've really committed to yourself, or you've really committed to your plan, married the project. And the third week is when the work comes. And I think it's really going to show any leftover toxicity that's there. Again, the Empress reversed, you're going to be rethinking how you pull things into your life, how you manifest, how you attract in general. Because something about that is not going to feel comfortable. Something about the sexuality in your life, the animal magnetism, the type of people you pull in, whether we're talking about, you know, romantic or friendship relationships, something is in question there. And you might not feel like it's quite satisfactory. King of Pentacles reverse, reading that down, it feels like a lot of unstable people might be in your life. A lot of people who are having foundational issues, and they might be looking to you to help them, might be needing money, might be needing resources, help, aid of some kind. And it feels like you don't have anything to give. So I would watch out for people who want to borrow during this time, because there is a debt energy here. 6 of Pentacles and King of Pentacles reversed. Watch out for what you lend out. Watch out for what you offer right now. Pluto and Saturn are retrograde, and of course so are Jupiter, Neptune, and Mercury during that time. And it would be easy to really like empty out your coffers and lose that King of Pentacles status that you might have been wandering onto, or that you might have finally been moving into. So watch out for how much you give of yourself. Make sure you have enough despite any giving tendencies. Week number 4, you have the Fool reversed, rooted down by 6 of Pentacles. Again, what you give during this time, the financial decisions that you make, the energy that you give during this time, that is going to have a direct effect on the new beginning that comes in September. So you need to be a bit frugal. That's what I'm hearing. Again, you have King of Wands as your central theme, so you could be very spontaneous, over giving, over loyal, over investing, even gambling tendencies with the Magician and King of Wands together. What are you gambling on? What risks are you taking? Are you really tied into, feeling like you have a lot and feeling like you have to risk it to make it feel worth it? You have to be careful because in the 4th week, you're going to directly see like maybe the credit card bill comes, or maybe you finally do the budgeting or something, and it's like jaw-dropping. So be aware of that throughout the entire month of July if you could, and that would be the positive about seeing this reading early, is that you might really want to pay attention to what you're spending energetically, financially, so on and so forth during this time, because it could be a lot and it could affect what you can do for the rest of the year. So also, I feel like there are like actions of kindness that you want to do. Maybe you want to buy people presents, or maybe you want to buy people's love. Are you trying to buy people's love? And whether that's looking like, spending money or sacrificing for them, or, doing some kind of difficult thing for them, do you feel like you have to do that in order to get respect and appreciation? I would challenge that this month, and I would think, okay, if I have to buy this person's love, or if I have to, earn it in some way when they already have received this from me without doing anything, is this the right place? Should I put my energy, my resources elsewhere? I think these questions are important during this month, because it does feel like some of us have overstayed, or some of us have, even if it's not a matter of overstaying in like a location or in a relationship or whatever it is, there's just a sense of like constantly being unsure in the present, and that really has to get tied up this month, it feels like, because new beginnings are coming. We have the Fool reversed, we have the Empress reversed. There's a lot of new energy out and about, but it's like they're being prevented, they're being like held off. I see you like looking the opposite direction and holding your hand out toward the direction you're not looking, like you're pushing away that Empress and Fool energy, and it's still here, but now it's just coming in roundabout ways, in a reversed way. You need to stop it, Scorpio. You need to accept the good things coming in, and you need to trust your instinct when something turns sour. A lot of you might just still be stuck in something bitter and sour, and now's the time that gets tested, and you really have to either get good with what's going on or make a change, okay? Not to freak any of you out, that's not something that many of you will see like a horrible consequence for, but it's the little things, like little things may not feel the best if you're keeping yourself in something that's not right. And you know how sensitive you are to the little things. Like Scorpio is so hypersensitive to small things. You rule the small things, the little things, the nuances. That's what Scorpio's all about, and the potency of them. So make sure those are in alignment with what you want for your life. And if they're not, take the power over your own life. Scorpio is not seen well for being too passive right now. Regardless of how good that feels, like, you don't need to be too passive. You know that you need to not be a victim to your own experience. But sometimes that's seen in an attractive way, and sometimes you'll attract people in by being that. Not here. People don't like it on you. People will not want to help you or want to change that for you during this time. It will be a detractor towards them. So keep that in mind, Scorpio. Many of you are thriving wonderfully and beautifully this month. King of Wands is your central theme. The most popular court card, in my opinion, one of them for sure. The most abundant energetically, a master of their own energy, a master of investing their energy and time and money, and, very popular for it. So you have that potential here, and that's ruling over all of these experiences, which is a nice change in energy for you. I'm very happy to see that for you. Yeah, so that's the potential, and you know how to get it, and you know how not to get it. Try to find power within that knowledge that you know. Knowing that you know, not questioning if you do or don't know something, okay? Okay, Scorpio, I'm out of breath. Your reading was, I was talking so quickly and so, thoroughly about all of those topics, but I think it was a great reading, and I'm thinking it's more positive energy for you in July than you've had in quite a while. So try to not be scared. You'll be good. You'll be good. Also, sorry if the background is just a little bit boring compared to most of my videos. I am kind of in a rebranding phase where I'm like thinking about new content, and I'm thinking about how I'm going to proceed here on YouTube and so on and so forth. So I'm just kind of, taking it day by day and working with it. So I hope that you've still enjoyed the content. And if you did, you can always jump over to my Patreon page where I have extra content, extra coffee and energy chats. I do the benevolence audio stream, and I talk about all sorts of different topics over there that go far beyond just the topic of like tarot and general energy. So I will link that below. And then I also have my new ebook, Moon Symbols, coming out in July. And I would love it if you would go over and check that out as well. It's up for pre-order right now, and it's really beautiful. It's been such a humbling and spiritually developing process to write that ebook. Really, really interesting, and I can't wait for you all to see that. I think that it will be a great healing resource and tool for you, so that's in the description box as well. And beyond that, Scorpios, be sure to hit this like button on this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post new videos mostly every Friday, and you know how much I love to hear your commentary on what's going on with you, so comment below, like the video, and subscribe. We will be talking soon, Scorpios. I'm wishing you much love and light on a more positive month than you've probably had in a while. Good luck. Bye.